I became financially free at 27 years old, and here is how you can do it too. So I'm living in Dubai, I'm full-time trading, and I own multiple businesses, and this has allowed me to free myself and have complete control over my time, complete control over what I can do with my life, complete control over where I live. Right now I live in Dubai. I spent most of my life in Australia. I've been in Dubai since December 2023. I really have come from the bottom. I had my struggles. I used to be an air conditioning installer for many years. I then was trying to become a trader, finally made it work. And then I've been able to build businesses on the back of that. So what that did for me was allow me to completely change my life, live the life of my dreams, have ultimate freedom, do what I want, when I want, with who I want. Life has gone a bit crazy. It's really leveled up, and now I can finally say that I'm fully 100% financially free. When you're building businesses, it's easier when you're just trading, because when you're building up trading capital, you're making tons of money, you're doing all these prop firm challenges, making tons of money. It's easy. The life's actually quite easy like that. But then when you start to build businesses, things get stressful, they require cash, you need to input a lot of cash into them. And so I was never really financially free until kind of recently, honestly, because when you have a big business that requires capital all the time, it's like it is a tech company. Most tech companies require tens of millions of dollars before they actually become profitable. With mine, it wasn't quite like that, especially with Funded X. It required, several hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for me, it was just kept putting money in, and I had to trade with a very small amount of capital and try to make things work. But I finally did. Now that's booming. Now the money's coming in very, very quickly. And now I can actually say that I've achieved financial freedom at a young age. And not just financial freedom where you have a bit of cash or you make a bit of cash. It's like actually having a lot of money saved and basically having it so, you could really not work for 10 years and you're fine, right? And I think that's the goal. Having it so I can really just be building and building and building. And obviously I want to scale my income too. I think I want to hit the 8 figures a year. If we're hitting 8 figures a year in profit, we're going to be laughing. I think that's going to be a very good time. That's going to be a whole different level. But now already what I make now, I would say I'm very, very financially free. And I want to show you how you can do this too. Firstly, I started with the trading, of course. That was my bread and butter and still is. Everything that I've built is around trading. So what you need to do is if you've got a skill that you like or you have a niche that you like, for me, obviously trading, so I'm going to refer to trading in this video. I knew that I wanted to be a trader. So I did everything I could to become a trader. I did everything I could. I learned from all the mentors, spent $30,000 on education. I was trying to make it work, trying to make it work. 4 years later, it finally did. I finally became profitable and I could finally move to the Gold Coast. After that, I had basically achieved that full-time trader status. I then was able to start a community after that. And that community wasn't started straight away. I had a few friends that wanted to learn from me and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is actually interesting. I did one-on-one with a few people. After that, I was like, wow, this is actually really cool. I love helping people. I then scaled that into a big education company. And I've had several educational companies along the way with different sort of avenues, different sort of ways of making income. But that's based on trading. That's what we need to think about. The trading was the main thing, the main fuel that allowed me to start these other businesses. Now, if you have a skill already, it could be anything. I don't even want to generalize anything. It could be any single skill. You should monetize that best as possible, right? If you have a skill, you're making money from that skill, you need to monetize that. That's why I say like every trader that is successful should teach other people how to trade. Yeah, they're gonna make money from it. Everyone's gonna call you a course seller or something like that. But in reality, you're actually gonna provide the same opportunity that you had and you've made it as a trader. You've done all the hard work, you've done all the years that you needed to do in order to get profitable. Now you're gonna help people to do the same thing. I think that's an amazing thing. And everyone, once they achieve profitability, should do it. The problem with 90+% of mentors out there is that they've been trading for 1 year, 2 years, sometimes 6 months, and then they start a mentorship company. Now that's a big, big issue there because they're not profitable themselves. Even though they might claim they are or try to say that they are online, they are not. And what they're actually trying to do is lure you into pay their products, which is not going to make you profitable either because they're not a profitable trader. Big, big problem. However, if you've done the work, you've built the skill set, you've been trading for, I think, minimum 3 or 4 years before you start a mentorship community, and look at your mentor. If they've been trading for 2 years, do not join them. Wait for someone that's been doing it for a long period of time that you can actually learn off. Any skill, right? Any skill. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Once you build a skill set, monetize that best way you can. Now again, it's going to be through courses, it's going to be through mentorships, it's going to be through online trainings and stuff like that. Obviously online is the most scalable. However, you can do in-persons with any business. The problem with in-person though is that the scalability really dies off. So you can really charge $10,000 US for someone to come and sit with you in person for a week. But you can also charge $10,000 US for someone to, for 100 people to be online on a mentorship program, which is step-by-step, 90 days, 100 days, 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is. So you can see that online is much more scalable. That's where we should really focus most of our attention. If you can scale something online, which is very, very easy these days, you've really won in life. And that can even be down to just simply trading. If you're a trader, having all these prop firm accounts, you're running a business. You're trading on all these different accounts. That is a business in itself. If that's what you want to focus on solely, you should do that. But you've obviously got time outside of trading hours, do your mentorship. Have a copy trader connected to your accounts and do a mentorship and teach people how to trade. That's going to give you a secondary income. You can then put that into your personal account, grow your personal account, or you can pay for more prop firm challenges and get some more capital from there. I think that trading is a very good and lucrative business, very good and lucrative industry, both for the trader and for people teaching. So it's a win-win for everyone, because the trader is going to pay for a mentorship. That mentorship is going to make them profitable. That mentorship is going to make them money, but also the mentor is making money from teaching and actually applying their knowledge and helping someone else with the skills and information that they need to succeed. So this is how you can do this. Now, after that, mentorship and trading, you really still have time. You can build your mentorship out where you have other people helping out, other mentors supporting mentors, and you can really have, again, this could be any industry, I just generalize it to trading. You can really have your system set out where you're applying lots of knowledge, but still you have some of your time there. Now, this is where you can go into things like coaching. If you've built a successful business, it could be a mentorship community. You could now help other traders how to scale the mentorship community. You could charge $10,000 US for a trader to sit down with you and show them exactly the step-by-step what it's required to start a mentorship community and to scale it. There's so many traders out there that have communities, not able to scale. They're not able to grow it into the hundreds or the thousands of members. And the big reason is around personal branding, business branding, and how they can actually monetize themselves. Are they using paid ads? And what sources of traffic are they getting? And how can they continue to scale both from organic and paid traffic? I think that's where a lot of people get confused. And again, that's what I'm saying. It's a whole business that you're running. You need to run it like a real business and not just a mentorship community where you post a few TikTok videos and try to get your clients in. If you treat it like a real business, other businesses will come off the back of that. For me, it was my prop firm. So my prop firm Funded X, we're now doing some serious revenue every month. I'm not going to say the numbers just yet. Maybe in due time, I will let these numbers go. We're doing some serious revenue. Our margins are healthy, and we are providing an opportunity for traders to access capital they never thought they could access before. Now, this comes in the fact of you can take a challenge that's $5,000 or $200,000 up to $200,000. We're providing an opportunity. 24-hour payout approvals every time. We are a great company and we're scaling very aggressively. We're super excited for what these next sort of 3-4 months will bring. But like I said, I will share the revenue at some point. Just now, I'm trying to build to a certain goal. Once I hit that, and I'll be more open about it. As you can see, I started out as a trader. I built a community. I then built a prop firm on top of that. Since then, I have a different avenue for my education business as well, which is good. But since then, we've also started and worked with a few other brands too. Again, these are more quiet, under the table brands, but we work with some other props, which personally I have equity ownership in and run the operations for. So there's currently one prop, which is about to launch very, very shortly, and actually a third as well, which is the same situation, right? So it's very, very exciting. We're also getting into some other industries and looking for real estate investments and stuff like that. But for me, what happened was I built my knowledge, which was trading, built businesses on top of that, and now I'm able to build other businesses and get into other industries based on the personal brand that I've built, the community, the database. It's really quite an amazing thing. It happened quite quickly, really, when you consider how I went from trading to mentoring. That was actually December 2022. So it really has been 2 years and 3 months in the mentorship game that has allowed me to kind of go crazy. Again, like I said, full-time trading before that. When I added extra sources of income, the trading became easier. Funnily enough, the trading made me more money. As soon as I started a mentorship community, I had a second source of income, wasn't relying fully on trading. My trading went through the roof. I was able to scale my trading and just kill it based on the fact that I already had a second income. Now I have a second income, third income, potentially fourth and fifth very, very shortly. Maybe sixth, maybe seventh. I have a lot of projects coming, but this is what I'm saying. Like I was able to start from zero. Trading was going well maybe a year before that. So it took me, 3.5 years maybe to start a mentorship and to kind of scale to all these other businesses. And that's how I became financially free. You're gonna follow these steps and you will become financially free in 2.5 years, 3 years. If it's trading that you wanna do, take your trading slow, become profitable for 6 months first, then think about a community. If you have successful business brands, great. You have an amazing business brand doing $1 million a month. Scale that But also, there's people that want to know what you do. How did you do it? Help people to do that too. I think that this is just, the information industry is the most valuable because both people win. If you've done it and you got the proof, hey, I'm doing X amount per month, I want to show you how I did that. Then what do you think's going to happen? You're giving them the value that you got to grow to that amount per month, whether it be 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, whatever. Now these people are going to be able to get to that level too. So it's a win-win. It's no competition, it's collaboration. I think that's an amazing thing. But this is how we can kind of scale into, multiple 6 figures per month, 6 figures per month in profit. Eventually, with enough time and businesses, 7 figures a month in profit. At that point, you have to work 1 year, you could retire. I think that's beautiful, right? And that's what I'm actually striving for. And I think I will achieve that shortly. Exciting times. But guys, thanks for another video. Hope you got a lot of value from this. I really dropped some bombs in here. But yeah, if you guys ever want to talk, maybe you want to get into the trading industry, I'm happy to have a chat with you. If you want to make some money in this industry and actually scale a community and mentorship, then I'm happy to chat anytime. Let's do it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one.